Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Up Close on METV. I'm Charles Clapsaddle, station manager for Manatee Educational Television. And on today's program, we have a very special guest. As most kids are preparing for school and getting their backpacks and school supplies ready, today we have a very special guest who's going to be talking about her career on Broadway. Please welcome Lilly Mae Stewart. Lilly Mae, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's a real pleasure. You know, when we met the other day when you were doing a little public service announcement, you know, you were telling us all about the many accomplishments that you've done in theater. And we're very excited to hear more about your career and the great things that you have accomplished. First of all, tell everybody how old you are.
I am 10 years old.
And how long have you been performing?
I have been performing for about 3 years.
Well, that's fantastic. Do you remember the first show that you did?
The first show I ever did was Annie, and I was Molly, and I performed at the Sarasota Players Theater.
And you were 7?
I was 7, yes.
And that's wonderful. But since then, you've gone on and done a number of other shows, and your most recent accomplishment is you are now in the National Touring Company of Annie.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing that?
I have been doing that for about a year now.
Oh, wonderful. And you travel throughout the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And how many cities have you been to?
I've been to 37 cities so far.
That's fantastic. And you are playing the character of?
I'm playing the character of Molly, the youngest orphan.
And Molly was the first part that you played at the Players Theater.
It was.
Well, I just want to share with the audience here some of the great reviews that you've gotten. You know, this is from the San Francisco Times. It said, "The littlest orphan, Molly, played by Lilly Mae Stewart, is a real scene stealer, and her timing and delivery is on the money. As they say in the business, she has it." And the Charlotte Observer says, "Lilly Mae Stewart's Molly comes close to stealing the orphanage scenes." And here, the San Francisco Examiner says, "With her tight curls, tomboy man, and solid song and dance chops, the impishly named Lilly Mae Stewart is a genuine heart and scene stealer in the second banana role of Molly." And it goes on and on. Every newspaper, almost from every city, says, "What an incredible performance you've had." And it's a great character, right?
It is the best character ever. I mean, she is so funny.
And you've been very, very fortunate to work with some very talented people, you know, in the touring production, correct?
Yes, our cast is amazing, and our director is Martin Chardin, and he wrote the lyrics of Annie.
He did.
Yes.
So he really knows how to pick talent when he sees it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we want to talk a little bit more about Annie, but you know, tell us a little bit more about you. Now, obviously, you know, when you're starting off at 7 years old, you're still going to school here in Sarasota. Is that correct?
Yes, I went to Fruitville Elementary, and I go there when I am not on the road. But if it weren't for my school and my teachers and my principal and classmates, then I wouldn't be able to do this.
Well, they've got to be very, very proud of you and what you've accomplished so far. And you've got to be like a special guest when you go back to school, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you probably are. So, but after you finished that first Annie with the Sarasota Players, you went on and did a number of other shows. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yes, after I did Annie at the Players Theater, I did How to Eat Like a Child at the Venice Theater. Mm-hmm. And then at the Manatee Theater, I did Les Mis.
And how was that doing with the Manatee Players?
It was.
And who was your character? Tell them who your character was.
I played Little Eponine, and it was an amazing production. All these productions I've been in have been so good. I mean, they could be on Broadway. Like they're
Well,
good.
and Les Mis was a big production, correct?
It was a very big production. Other people were great. They're phenomenal. I mean, we couldn't have had a better cast.
But you also, you know, you've done, and I'm looking here, you've done Showboat with the Oslo Repertory, and that was just recently too, wasn't it?
Yes, I did one show after that, and then that was my show before I did this. So
And that got wonderful reviews as well, Showboat.
that was, all these shows were so good.
Now, do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite show that you've done so far?
Well, I'd have to say this one was, because,
Annie?
I've been touring the country, so,
Well-
that was really fun, and
And it's hard to pick a special show.
the sets were amazing. The sets are amazing.
And you're getting to learn all about the backstage working, how the set goes up, and
Yeah.
you know how the sound works and the lighting. So you've been doing it for a while now. So you're picking up a lot of theater knowledge, correct? And I think we're going to talk a little bit about your future. But you know, one of the things that maybe you could tell people about is you've gone to all these cities. You're traveling 37 cities. That's a lot to go to. But you're still a young person, you're 10 years old, you still have to get your lessons. And how do you do that when you're on the road?
Well, we travel with a teacher, and all the girls, we have different curriculums that our parents choose for us, since we're in different grades in different states. And our teacher teaches them to us. We either find a hotel conference room or the dressing room of the theater, or sometimes maybe the back of the bus, depending on what city we're in.
And you get homework? Do you get homework to do?
We don't get homework because
well, that's good.
we're very busy, but we try to cram everything in the time we have.
So you're learning curriculum and things on the road. You're constantly rehearsing, I would think, as well. Is that correct?
Not too much. We during the week maybe twice, maybe a 15-minute rehearsal before the show.
Oh, good.
Sometimes to brush up, but not too much.
Well, that's good. So because when you were chosen, when you were cast as Molly through this, how long a rehearsal process did you go through there?
Well, the kids, we had about 3.5 weeks. The
That's a
adults
lot.
probably had about 3 weeks-ish.
Yeah.
3 weeks. So.
And that was to learn all the lines, all the songs, all the choreography. And don't you, in one of the numbers in Annie, don't you do a bunch of backflips too?
Yes, I
Because
flipped in.
are you a gymnast as well?
I'm not a gymnast, but I can pull some things off. So.
Because it says in one of your reviews that your skills, not only in singing and performing, but you also have these great dance skills as well. So that's got to be fun.
It is fun. It is so fun. I love it.
Well, now that you've been doing it for a while, obviously you're traveling. What's the best part of it?
The best part of it, I think, is the traveling. I think to see all the different cities and all the historic places. We were in Philadelphia and we got to see the Liberty Bell.
Oh, that's exciting.
And we were in Boston. We got to see where the Boston Tea Party happened. All these places, they're so cool.
So you go to a place and you get checked in and you see the theater and you get an opportunity to visit all of these cities and see what they have to offer all over the country, right?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite city so far?
Maybe New Orleans, because we were there right before Mardi Gras, and there was tons of parades going on, and
cool.
it was so much fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, when you get to a city, you're with the same cast members, on the tour. Do you develop great friendships with everybody?
Yes, all the orphans, I have the best bond with them.
Oh, good.
Because I hang out with them all the time. And it was so sad to see them have to say goodbye.
Aw, yeah.
But we know we're going to be auditioning. We're going to see each other soon.
Absolutely.
And we're actually performing at the kids event at the Tennis US Open, so we're all going to see each other then. So
when is that going to happen?
that is going to happen August 28th.
That's coming up.
August 29th, I think.
That's
Yes.
just around the corner.
So
And that's up in New York, and you'll
Yes.
be at the US Open performing there and what number are you going to be doing?
We're singing the Star Spangled Banner.
How wonderful. Is that going to be exciting for you?
It is.
Yeah, that's going to be. Have you ever sang the national anthem at a big event before? Well, this will be exciting for you. Now, as a singer, you know, again, well, all the reviews that you've gotten where they've said you got a great voice. Molly's the youngest and smallest, but Lilly Mae brought her character to a level that took a stand above the rest, being full of life and cute as a button. I look forward as to where her acting career takes her. Now, but do you like to sing?
I love to sing. That's my dream when I grow up. I want to be on Radio Disney. I want to be on Broadway.
Well, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But, you know, do you think I could ask you to sing like a little number?
Sure.
We don't have any
I'll sing.
musical accompaniment
That's
for
okay.
it. Can you do something like a little a cappella so everybody can hear your wonderful voice?
I'll dance and I'll sing. I'll do anything just to get my name in lights. It can happen overnight in these modern times. And that's why I won't let go till I'm on radio. And when they come to see the sights, that'll be my name spelled right, lighting up Times Square. I'll sit on a flagpole, whatever the rage, just to get my muxie on the front page and just to get my name in lights.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing with us. That's wonderful. What a great voice that you have.
Thank
now,
you.
obviously, you know, you're very, very talented, but you know, I'm sure that you have a lot of people who are helping you, you know, coaches and tutors and singing teachers, perhaps. Tell us about those.
Yes, I couldn't be doing this without them because my voice wouldn't keep up with me. And so if it weren't for these people, then I wouldn't be doing this. And my family has been so supportive of me and taking me these places.
Like for
and
auditions, and to rehearsals and to lessons and all of those things. And your family's got not only be very supportive, but they've got to be so proud of you at such a young age to have accomplished so many wonderful things. Tell us about your family, you know, your mom and dad. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have a sister. Her name's Savannah, and she's 13. And she's so fun.
Well, she's got to be proud of you to have a little sister who's so wonderful to be singing and dancing and performing. She's got to be really very proud of you. But, you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about, tell us what's the best part of all of this stuff. You know, obviously when you started at 7, now you're 10. What's the best part of all this performing and being in theater? What's the best part of it for you?
I get to be doing what I love all the time. And it's amazing that I have these people that will help me do it and that this can be my job when I'm older and that I get to be doing what I love all the time.
Well, that's good. What's the hardest part of it?
Well, you have to put a ton of hard work into it. You have to practice all the time. Sometimes your feet get sore from dancing, but it is all worth it. It's all worth it for.
Well, that's fantastic. So let me ask you this. You know, you're a seasoned performer now. You've been on the road for almost a year.
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Before that, you've done a number of other shows of that. Let's say that there's another young lady out there who'd like to get interested in doing this, or you know, some other young person who was interested. What would be your advice to them?
My advice is you'll know as soon as you do it if you want to do this for the rest of your life, and you have to put a ton of hard work into it. But you will get to whatever your goal is: to be on Broadway, to be a professional singer. To be a dancer. If you work as hard as you can, then all your dreams will come true.
Well, that I think, Lilly Mae, what you said there is great, and you've obviously put a lot of hard work. I mean, when you're not rehearsing and not on the road, do you practice a lot? Do you practice singing? Do you practice dancing?
I do practice a lot. I try to keep up my skills, and I learn new combinations and new songs all the time.
And dancing as well? You do the same thing?
Yes.
Because everybody, in all the musicals are looking for singers who dance, right? Yeah. And do you enjoy dancing too?
I do enjoy dancing. It's really fun.
Because in Nanny, there's several great dance numbers with the orphans. How difficult was that to do all the dancing steps?
Not too hard.
Not too bad?
Not too hard.
No, that's good. So, but one of the things that we wanted to share with the audience and stuff is that not only are you're going to go back to doing Annie, correct? And that's coming up pretty soon. But you're on your way to New York again to audition for another Broadway show. And tell everybody about that.
I will be auditioning for School of Rock. It is going to be a new musical, and it's going on Broadway. And I am learning how to play the electric guitar for that.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. And so I'm practicing very hard on that, trying to get up technique and songs and stuff so I can play.
Oh, very excited. Because, that's based on the very popular movie, The School of Rock, and now they're going to have this wonderful musical do it. And it's all about, have you seen the movie?
I have. It's a really funny movie with Jack Black.
It's pretty funny. And it's all about young kids in school, and they turn into like a rock phenomenon. And there's some great parts for young women in there. So hopefully when you go up there, you'll be wowing them on the guitar and singing and dancing.
Maybe.
Maybe, whatever it requires. So what do you want to do? You're 10 years old now. You've got these auditions. You're going on tour again. What's the big picture for Lilly Mae? What do you see yourself doing maybe like 5 years from now? Or 10 years?
Well, maybe in 10 years, I would like to be on Radio Disney when I'm older. Because I listen to it all the time, and I love to watch Disney Channel, and
Well, I think you certainly have a lot of talent, and you've got a lot of ability, and you've got, all the great things that go into being a really hardworking, professional actress, singer. We're kind of winding down here a little bit, and I got just a couple of more questions for you. One is, do you have a favorite number from any of the songs?
Yes, I do. I love It's the Hard Knock Life. I mean, I get to flip into a basket. I get to imitate Miss Hannigan. We get to scrub with buckets. We get to climb up bunk beds. I mean, it's
a fun
so
show.
fun.
And it's a showstopper too, isn't it? It's really one of those things, because it takes a lot of energy to do that. Do you get tired? Do you get tired?
I do get tired sometimes.
Yeah. But you still got all that energy
But
left.
I still have, I'm tired, but I have more energy than I had before the show
That's
started.
excellent. That's the mark of a real professional young lady, is that you keep going. Even though you're a little bit tired, you keep going. And you've got a lot of talent, you've got a wonderful voice, you've got a great manner to you, and all these reviews from all over the country about your performances are terrific. This is very, very fortunate that you've got this all this talent to do things. Do you have another little song you could sing? Something a little different?
Sure.
How about a little bit of Hard Knock Life? Can you do a little bit of that?
I'll do that, sure.
All right, ready? Go ahead.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's the hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's the hard knock row-ho. Cotton blankets, instead of wool, empty bellies. Instead of fall, it's the hard knock life.
Excellent. Well, Lilly Mae, thank you so much for joining us. You're just a wonderful young lady. You're very, very talented.
Thank
and we
you.
can wish you enough success in your future and stuff like that. And maybe you'd come back and tell us all about some of your other accomplishments in the future. You'd be a perfect host for your own program. Maybe we'll just call it Lilly Mae. How's that? And you can host the show, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, Lilly, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for joining us on this special edition of Up Close on METV.